We must pay homage to him. We must pay homage to him.
It's your boy, Diesel. Hey, listen, I love that kind of music, man. It just hits my soul sometimes. Had to get a few more seconds of the music. You guys, welcome to Dieseltv. We are live on Sunday here at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, guys. Welcome. The doors of the church are now open. Jody Brown, she's been here for a while. She's been waiting in the background a while. I really do appreciate it. Joe Morgan, Nola Saint, what's going on, man? How's everybody doing today, man? I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's enjoying their day. We got a little bit to talk about today. Thank God we do not have any officers that died in the line of duty this week. We did have one officer that died from injuries from the 9/11 attack, but nothing in the current week that somebody died in the line of duty. So we do not have to touch on that today. Thank God. Jody Brown, what you talking about? Is it too late? What are you talking about? All right, let's get started on this a little bit. All right. First of all, let's do some housekeeping. Okay. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share it with all your folks, with all your people. Also, guys, man, y'all hit that Cash App. Hit those super chats, man. This thing right here is not something I do it right now. But pretty soon I'm gonna have to get this to start paying a little bit more. I put a lot of time in this, and it's taking up a lot of time for my job. My officers are feeling neglected. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna have to start paying a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So you guys, you make sure you hit the Cash App. Dieseltv 001. That's Dieseltv 001. Hit that super chat. You know, donate a little bit to your boy. You know, we got 14 people in here right now. If everybody sent $1, that's $14. You know what I'm saying? Just send $1. Help your boy out. Let me buy some ammo or something. You know what I'm saying? Help a boy out. Also, make sure you hit that like button, man. Likes go a long way here in YouTube world. All right. I got my energy drink. I'm drinking that. I got me a stick lit. So let's get started, man. I got a few things I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about, man. So, first thing is, what was the first thing? I don't even remember. Oh, that's right. I do remember. All right, so we've had all this talk, right, about demilitarizing the police. And why do police have the weapons they have? Things of that sort. Why do we train the way we train, like we're police or something like that? And, you know, the thing about it is, there's a reason for that. There's a huge reason for that. Okay? Let's watch this news channel real quick. This just happened a few days ago. Let's watch this news channel real quick.
News. We're live at 5 o'clock. First tonight,
y'all hear
2
it?
grenades, 5 guns, tons of ammo, and nearly 20 pounds of marijuana. All of that discovered, they say, inside this man's uptown Charlotte apartment complex.
Hold on. Let's rewind. I don't know if y'all heard that or not.
2 grenades.
Hold on.
We're live.
Let's rewind it. I want to make sure y'all hear this correctly.
At 5 o'clock. First tonight, 2 grenades, 5 guns, tons of ammo, and nearly 20 pounds of marijuana. All of that discovered, they say, inside this man's uptown Charlotte apartment complex.
All this according to a search warrant that Channel 9's crime reporter Hunter Sines has a copy of. He is live tonight, and Hunter, it also reveals the man was already on the radar of Charlotte police.
Yeah, Scott, according to that search warrant, police were already on the lookout for this guy for allegedly posting videos threatening to blow up their patrol cars.
Okay. Happy Sunday, Miss K TV. Girl, where you been? Hey, Miss K, native girl, how you doing? It's good to see y'all here. Joe Morgan says, I bet those grenades were inert. No, they were not, actually. They were not. I don't know how he got them, but they were not. And that's the thing about it. That's why I'm coming and having this video, because I really don't think they were inert. I talked to a few guys down there, and they've told me from what they know, bomb squad got called in. But I don't know if all that is being released or not. I don't. Y'all can take what I say for a grain of salt. Please don't take it for Bible, because this is just what I'm hearing through the grapevine. I haven't talked to anybody that's directly involved with this investigation or anything like that. So please take what I say for a grain of salt. But from what I'm hearing, these may be live grenades. They are real live grenades. All right. Let's go ahead and finish with the story.
Officers pulled over Ferron Harrison near his Third Ward apartment last week for fictitious tags on what turned out to be a stolen Dodge Charger out of Virginia. But according to this warrant, a detective also noticed a be on the lookout alert for Harrison because police say he's posted videos of him holding explosives behind CMPD patrol vehicles with the caption, "Say I won't."
It is very concerning because this is somebody that is obviously not mentally stable, somebody who feels that it is okay to threaten law enforcement.
Daniel Redford is with the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Fraternal Order of Police. He read the warrant and was troubled.
It's very disheartening and unnerving to know that, that there are people out there that will purposely target police officers.
During a search of Harrison's apartment, officers found 2 grenades, 5 guns, a plethora of ammo, and pounds of marijuana. Harrison is not charged with making any threats, but he is charged with possession of a stolen car, carrying a concealed gun, trafficking marijuana, and others.
It goes to show you the passion that the officers have, that they turn the stolen motor vehicle into getting so many dangerous weapons off the street.
Harrison is out on bond, which has some worried.
The equipment that he had has been taken away, but for the fact that he got it in the first place, I mean, is he going to be able to go back and get more?
So that's one of the first things I thought about when I saw this thing was, how in the heck did he get it in the first place, and how readily available is it for him to get it again? That it is crazy to think that somebody would take a grenade and use it in a setting such as like Charlotte. There is so much collateral damage when you use a grenade. It is ridiculous. That's why law enforcement has not gotten into using grenades. For that very reason, because you can't determine where that shrapnel goes, where it's going to go, who it's going to hit, or anything like that. So grenades are just one of those things that clear out an area. And it's crazy that somebody would even, why would you need a grenade? That just doesn't make any sense to me. Anyways, so they go on to say, everything he was charged with and all that stuff. And one of the things I have a question about this whole situation is, where are the charges of weapon of mass destruction? And that's the thing. I know that's a federal charge. I don't know if ATF has gotten involved yet. I know sometimes it takes a little bit for ATF to get involved, and even if they do get involved, that's not something that the police department, or if I was in that situation, I wouldn't be reaching out to the police department to tell them, yes, ATF is taking over, they're doing these charges or whatever. So at the end of the day, the reason why I wanted to bring this up was the 5 guns, that's nothing. 5 guns in North Carolina, that's really not a big deal. Shoot, I ain't even gonna go there, but I know plenty of people that have more than 5 guns, right? The ammo, that's really not something that would bring any pause to me, because we know how the ammo crunch has been. We know people have been getting a lot of ammo, and they've been storing a lot of ammo because they don't want to be in the same situation they were before, to where they didn't have any ammo, right? So that's not a big deal to me. Marijuana, probably going to be legalized soon. Let's hope so. Whatever. Hey, stolen vehicle these days, that's a norm. Seen those a lot in my whole career. Not a big deal. Stolen cars, especially a Dodge Charger, as many people want them. Whatever. Grenades. Never seen that before in my career, ever. In almost 20 years that I've been in law enforcement, it's been about 19 now, I have never seen anybody with a live grenade. Now, I've seen those fake grenades. I've seen those. I've seen those, like those old mortar, not mortar round, but the old bombs or whatever it was. I don't know what it was, because I know when I saw it, my first time seeing one, I ran out of that house and I didn't go back to look at it. That was the last time I saw one. Never wanted to see one again. If anybody said they found one, I always kept my ass down the street, because I don't play with explosives. That's something I just don't play with. I just don't do that. So when it came down to it, grenade, like what the? I have never seen anybody with a grenade before. So when people say stuff like, Jay Wood, my man, Jay Wood says, I got 5 on it. My man, you are my dog. I appreciate it. You guys hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App. Y'all know what it is. Appreciate it, Jay Wood. That's my guy. So when people talking about, grenades and or demilitarizing the police, it's like, bro, we got to fight fire with fire. Now, I'm not saying that police needs to get grenades, because that's probably one of the last things we need to get. We can barely shoot a gun correctly. You know what I'm saying? We barely are able to even pass. But when it comes down to it, how do you even fight grenade? How do you even fight a grenade? Joe Morgan says, as long as the pin stays in the grenade, you're good, bro. I know that. But who's to say that pin ain't gonna fall out? Like, I'm not dealing with that, bro. That's just crazy. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not doing that. Joe Morgan pinned grenade research in the chat. If y'all guys want to look at that, we're not going to go down this rabbit hole. I don't think I'm gonna go down this rabbit hole as far as the grenade research, because that's just something, Victor Hart, what's going on, man? You old sap sucker. What's going on with you? But anyway, when it comes to demilitarizing the police, this is one of the reasons why we don't want to do it, because ultimately, when it comes down to it, I do not have a fully automatic weapon in my police department, right? I have not. I don't want to. I think it's a waste of time, space, all that stuff. I don't think fully automatics are something that should be used in a police setting when it comes to just regular policing. My department, we don't have a specialized SWAT team, CERT team, or anything like that. We don't have that, right? We don't even have a specialized unit at all. So why do we need anything fully automatic? Now, I could see when I was on CERT team, I did have a fully automatic weapon. I've shot fully automatic weapons, and they are so fun. But even when I served on the CERT team, I did not put that weapon in full auto. I always had it in semi-automatic. Especially when you're doing an offensive. When it comes to serving a search warrant, all that stuff, I always had it in semi-automatic. Now, there was one situation that I know of for sure where an officer fully automatic saved his life. An officer in Charlotte on the CERT team. It wasn't the CERT team, it was the CATS. It was the VCAT, Violent Criminal Apprehension Team. And they gave them fully automatic weapons to go and, apprehend these violent criminals and make sure they got their day in court and all that good jazz. You know what I'm saying? Well, VCAT, they're approaching the front door and they're stacked. They got the one guy, they got the door guy, then behind them is the first man in. So how the stack goes is you got your door knocker. All right. I call him a door knocker. That's the one that has the rams the door. Then behind him is the first one in. Usually he's the first one in. All right. They call him point. because he goes in first. Right after the door knocker hits, door knocker moves out the way, then the point man goes in. Well, the door knocker was there going up to the door. Point man goes to the side, and the guy opens the door with a gun and just opens up, and the point man just like that, and it saved his life. So that in that situation, I could see that. Why the point man didn't have his gun already up, I don't know. I don't know the situation. I don't know if he was flagging him and he didn't want to flag the door knocker. I don't know. All I know is that he didn't have his gun up, and he didn't have his sights on the door, and he pasted the guy with the gun. So that's the only time I could see that really being a good thing in law enforcement. But even with that, that's very far and few between. I've never heard of a fully automatic weapon being anything used to save somebody's life when it comes down to it. Daryl Long, what's going on, man? So that's why I say, yeah, when it comes to those kind of weapons, I could see that. I could see why, people frown on the fully automatic weapons, even though it still doesn't make a difference in how the use of it is or anything like that. I've also never seen a fully automatic weapon cause any misdischarge or anybody getting hit that they weren't trying to hit. You get what I'm saying in a CERT team when it comes to law enforcement. So, I mean, when it comes down to it, man, I really don't feel like when it comes to law enforcement, we need to be demilitarized. Now, if anybody wants to argue with me against that, because I know Victor, come on up here and talk to me, man, because I know you old sapsucker anyway. Victor, when it comes down to it, I know there's some people out here that think it should be, but I really don't feel like the police should be militarized. I really don't feel like that. This is one of the things I really don't feel. I think the funds that police get are funds that need to be used for these specialized units. I really do. More crime is deterred by these specialized units than not. A regular patrol officer that has to answer 911 calls, that has to do all these reports, cannot do the work of a specialized unit. Jump Out Boys or the VCAT or the ICE team, the ACE team, traffic units, when it comes to just pure speeders and wrecks. A regular patrol officer can't do that. Native Girl. Thank you very much, sweetheart. That's my lady. You are A1. Learned and loved your content. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat. You guys make sure you hit the super chat and the cash apps. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to seem like I'm begging, but please. Anyway. So when it comes down to it, a lot of people argue with me about that. But I feel like these specialized units deter a lot of the bad crime that happens. Now, you're going to have your regular crime. You're going to have your regular crime. You're going to have your B&Es, domestic violences, things of that sort. But if you have a specialized unit that can focus on drug dealers or speeders or violent criminals or something like that, what is the problem? That's usually what these specialized units go to. Now, a lot of people have conflated where the money goes. A lot of this money for these militarized vehicles that they don't want to have, those vehicles, those vehicles are not, that's not where the majority of the money goes. Big Easy 303, what's going on, man? Big Easy 303, what's up with you? Hold on, let me pin this to the top. Anybody want to come up and chop it up with me? Come on, let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up early because I got something else we need to talk about. But this is something that I like to debate a little bit. When it comes down to it, because nobody knows how to do a job until you do it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, really, when it comes down to it, nobody knows how to do a job until you do it. And in my childhood, I saw a lot of things happening in the neighborhood because I was raised in the ghetto. Not the ghetto. I was raised in the lower income communities. Wasn't the actual ghetto. I was down the street from the ghetto though. Joe Morgan says, I have mixed feelings. I support Leo and them doing their job, but I don't believe they should have better gear than I can easily get. Well, Joe Morgan, that's the thing. That's the thing, Joe Morgan. If you can easily get it, then demilitarization of the police department would just be one of those things. And I know that's not what you're saying. I know you're just basically being a hater because you can't get it. So why should we be able to get it? I think there's two things when it comes to that. One is the fact that when an officer is issued a certain type of weaponry, right, they have to train with it. The problem with a lot of the public is they don't train. They just get it and they try to figure it out as they go. You know what I'm saying? So I would almost say I would rather somebody have to go through training before they get one of those guns if they made it easier to get those guns than to not. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I am with that. William Batter, what's going on? From Arizona, man. Appreciate you tuning in, brother. Appreciate you. Diesel, do you have a training facility arranged? Well, let me tell you. I don't personally have one. But there is a range that we use that has a training house at it that we use for all the in-service training that we do and things of that sort. It's in the county. We have to pay, of course, but yes, there is somewhere that we do use for training. Facility / range, if you want to say. Yes, we do. Oh, that was a loud car. Good God almighty. Shoot. Victor Hart says, I believe when it comes down to weapon, a person should buy whatever their money allows them to buy because we are Americans. You're totally right. I think that everybody should be allowed to get what they want. And when it comes down to it, I think people should be allowed to get fully automatic weapons if they want. I don't think anybody should be able to buy bombs or anything like that because that causes too much collateral damage. And with how people are these days, if they're not the one using it, somebody will steal it from them to use it. You know what I'm saying? So I think when it comes down to it, those kind of things still need to be. I try to look at things practical. I try to be fair about things. But when it comes to firearms, I am totally down. When it comes to explosives, I don't think so. And I know that's not a firearms category thing, and that's not even a debate that we have. But I'm just saying, I've always said people should be allowed to buy whatever their money will allow them to buy. And you have some people that argue the fact that people are allowed to buy whatever it is that their money will allow them to buy. You just got to have the money to pay for the ATF forms and the Class 3 licenses and all that stuff you got to pay for to get it. Then after you pay for that, you got to pay about another $25,000 to $50,000 for a fully automatic, pre-banned, fully automatic weapon. If not, you got to pay for an FFL so you can build a fully automatic weapon. So yes, there is to a point you do have to pay for it. But then again, you don't. You shouldn't have to pay for all that. I feel like if it was never a pre-ban, the firearms wouldn't be that expensive in the first place. Shoot, you used to be able to go to Sears and buy a Tommy gun, get it delivered straight to your house. I don't remember those days. That was way before me, but I remember people talking about it. Just think if I had a time machine, what I would buy. Oh Lord. Diesel, do you believe in body armor for the public? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. There have been too many people shot, just standing there, minding their own business, getting shot by a stray bullet because some dumbass out there shooting at each other. Yeah, I believe in that. I do believe that people should be able to protect themselves with body armor. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Play the devil's advocate. To play the devil's advocate, almost all explosives are used in a proper context and heavy license. The most common destructive devices used in crimes are Molotovs and pipe bombs. Yes, they are. And you're totally correct. You're totally correct, Joe. I mean, to this day, one bomb that we used in a mass destruction, Oklahoma City bombing. Still one of the most deadliest, attacks that we had when it came to the kind of like the school shooting kind of thing. And I don't know if YouTube's gonna tag me for that. I hope they don't. I'm trying to say this without getting tagged or anything. But still one of the most deadliest. And yes, I do believe in body armor. I think if you want to first of all, if you feel like you need to wear body armor, I don't know. I just think it might be time to move, go somewhere else, hang out at other places, things of that sort. Because I don't even wear body armor when I'm off, and I don't even wear body armor. The problem is if I find somebody that is not law enforcement, they have body armor, it throws up a red flag, and which it should. Normal people should not be wearing body armor. I feel like that if that's what you want to do, feel free. But if that's what you're doing with these times and days that we're in right now, you feel like you need to wear body armors because you feel like you're going to be shot at, right? And the only way to not get shot at is not go where you feel like you're going to get shot at, right? I carry my gun with me everywhere I go. Not because I feel like I'm going to get shot at. I feel like there may be somebody shooting, but they ain't going to be shooting at me because I ain't beefing with nobody. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I am able to defend myself when it comes down to it. But if I lived in somewhere like Detroit, Chicago, in the bad areas where they shoot all the time and you can't afford to move or anything like that, yes, you should be able to wear body armor. I don't even think it's illegal to have body armor here in North Carolina. I've never heard of that being a thing in North Carolina. So I don't know if that is something that is illegal where you're at, Big Easy, or not. But where I'm at, it's not really a thing. Chicago Mike, what's going on, baby? That chocolate drop right there, baby. Chocolate drop. Everybody say, hey, the chocolate drop. Chocolate drop in the building. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What's up to YouTube? What's up, everybody? Dieseltv. What's up, man? Long time no hear. Hey, man, I've been here for a couple weeks. I've been back for a couple weeks, man. This is like the third or fourth show, fourth or fifth, somewhere around there. Might be around 5. I don't know. Somewhere around there. Might be around 5. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, chocolate drop. What's going on? That boy can sing. And that chocolate drop. That boy can sing. Anyway, let's move on. So, as you guys know, I went through a lot when it came to my department and my department losing people and me being the only one there. You guys saw the newscast. I had it on one of my lives where, you know, they came up, they spoke to me and everything. And let me see, I got this on the wrong thing, don't I? Here we go. I'm gonna share this real quick. All right. And I want to highlight this comment right here. This comment right here says, Dieseltv, I'm here in Texas and a product of this public school system. But I did learn basic math. Did the council person say starting pay for y'all is $41,000 and then mention the agreement with the county to fill shifts is at $50 an hour? That makes no sense. That rate is $100,000 plus more a year, but want to pay their own folks less than half that. Hopefully I'm not seeing the whole picture there. Okay, so Tusk Task, I think that's his name, Tusk Task. You're not seeing the whole picture. You're not, I don't think you are seeing the whole picture. So this is why I tell people, this is why I tell a lot of people. A lot of people come to me and they talk to me about their jobs when they're at law enforcement, stuff like that. And they talk to me about, why are rules like this? Why do they do things like that? Why does this happen? Why does that happen? I don't know why he's saying this. I don't know why he's telling me to do it this way. I don't know why he's telling me to do it that way. The only explanation I can give you is you don't know what the hell his boss is telling him. The crazy thing about it is, I might be the boss of the police department, but I am not the boss of the whole town. I still got a boss. I still have a town manager that tells me how to do things. And ultimately, if he tells me to do something a certain way, I have to consider it. And it's probably in my best interest to do it as close to him without breaking the law that I can. Because the town manager usually doesn't. Sometimes he might tell me to do something that's just way out of the realm of law. And then we have to have a discussion of why we can't do it that way. And he'll say, okay, I didn't know that. Can you do it as close to it without breaking any laws? And I say, yes, we make it happen. I am listening, playing Call of Duty. Girl, you playing Call of Duty? That's what's up, Native girl. You need to holler at me on Call of Duty. I'm not going to give you my name right now because it's not the best of names I've had since high school. So, Native girl, DM me on Instagram and I'll give you my my Call of Duty tag. Well, I'll give you my tag on PlayStation. I'm on PlayStation. So, holla at me. Anyway. So back to this comment. The fact of the matter is, yes, our starting pay is $41,000 a year. And yes, we were going to pay the sheriff's department to have an officer work for $50 an hour for our shifts, to cover shifts that we didn't have covered. Now, if none of you have ever done any kind of payroll or hiring or anything like that, there are a couple things that go into that $41,000 that add to that $41,000. There's retirement, there's FICA, and then there's 401k. North Carolina law says you have to pay into North Carolina law enforcement retirement. You have to pay into North Carolina 401k for law enforcement, and you gotta pay the damn taxes on it, right? Now, with that $50 covered was, it would pay $30 to the officer that was actually working, and an extra $20 was supposed to cover for any fuel or maintenance or anything like that for the county vehicles that they were using, because they weren't using our town vehicles. They were using the sheriff's department's vehicles. So they had to have something to cover for the gas and the maintenance for that, right? So at the end of the day, a $41,000 person, usually that income goes up to with 401k, FICA, and all that stuff. And I'm not even talking about the uniforms that we have to pay for, the gas that we have to pay for that individual to use, because we budget $30,000 a year just for fuel. And this year we went over because the fuel was so up and down. And we went over even with me being by myself for 3 months out of the year. We still went over on our gas budget. But okay, so let me give you some context on that. Our gas budget last year was at 22.5, right? That's why we went up to 30,000 this year. But we went over that 22.5, even with me being short three. Even with me being short three throughout the for 3 months. I mean, even me being by myself for 3 months out the year, right? I'm trying to read these comments while I'm talking. Oh, pimp name Slick Back. What's going on, baby? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Hey, if you want to come up and holler at your boy, man, go ahead and hit that link. Come on up and holler at me real quick. Anyway, so yes, we were paying $50 an hour, and that only covered one shift a day. It did not cover the whole 24 hours. We weren't paying the sheriff's department to be there for 24 hours. We were just paying for one shift. We were paying about 15 shifts per week. 15 shifts per month for them to work for that $50 an hour, thing. Because I was there during the day. I had some part-timers that can work some weekends. So they were just filling in whenever we needed it in between those times. You know what I'm saying? So really when it came down to, we had it to where that $50 an hour would cover everything for one position that we had open. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it was when it came to that $50 an hour. And that he's not the first person that has asked me that. A lot of people have asked me, why were we paying them $50 an hour and only paying $41,000, which comes up to $19 and some change an hour to our officers. And I have had to explain it a couple times. We would not ever be able to fulfill a $50 an hour full-time employee. That just not would happen, especially a full staff of $50 an hour employees. Because the more you pay that person, the more you got to pay in taxes, the more you got to pay in 401k, and the more you got to pay in retirement. So when it comes down to it, it's not one of those things that we could have sustained for a long time. Our projection was 6 months of paying for 15 shifts a month at $50 an hour. Past that 6 months, I don't think we would have done it. I think we would just say, hey man, we're just gonna try to fend for ourselves right now. Right now we're in the since that we're in the 4th month, I think we're in the 3rd or 4th month, right? Which now I got some officers, so that would have stopped a little bit of it. I got 2 right now that are basically pretty much on their own. I got 2 more that's waiting on certifications to come in. So once I get those 2 certs sworn in, I'll be on my road to 24-hour coverage. So it is what it is, man. We'll get there, but I just wanted to address that comment because I've heard that comment a lot, and I don't listen. I'll be the first to tell you, if I can pay my guys $50 an hour, I'm gonna pay them $50 an hour. That would be my goal, is to pay them $50 an hour if I could. That's just not feasible. That's just something that is just not feasible for my town. Hell, the $41,500 we're paying now. Boy, that's tapping the seal, boy. That's putting some pressure on that seal, boy. Putting some pressure on it. So Big Easy asks, how many officers do I have? I have 8 full-time officers and 10 part-time officers. Part-time officers get paid $15. Well, right now, part-time officers are getting paid $30 an hour because we're not fully staffed. Once we get fully staffed, it'll be back down to $15 an hour. And that's the normal pay for a part-time officer here. That's the average pay. You got some places very far in between that's paying 18 in my area, but it's only one department. Everybody else is paying like 14, 13, 15, stuff like that. So that's the average pay for a part-time officer in North Carolina. Corey, what's going on, man? Salute to you, bro. Good to have you here. So when it comes down to running a department, like all that stuff is under me. Like this is the thing about it. Ever since, I would say, probably my 10th or 11th year in law enforcement, I've had the stance of, hey man, I don't know why, but if he says we got to do it, we got to do it. Might be somebody else telling him to do it this way, or it might be him doing it, telling us to do it this way. I don't care. These are the rules. This is how it's got to go. Now, even that has changed. And I'm glad I had that outlook. Brian R, no, I am not. Brian R says, am I only hiring NC certified officers? No, I am not. You can do a lateral transfer out of state, but we have to make sure our state recognizes your certification. And then you would have to do a 96-hour class in our basic law enforcement training, which includes the law part of it, and I think one other section of it. And then you have to take the state exam and pass that. And once you do that, you'll be in your general certification. You'll be on probation until you do it, and then after that you'll be. So yeah, I will hire somebody that's certified out of town. I would. If you pass the background and everything, I would. Now this is what I will say. As of right now, I'm not looking for anybody out of town because I have officers going through the process right now that will put me at full staff. If all of them pass the background, I will be at full staff after they get hired. So I'm not looking for anybody actually from out of town unless you just want to go part-time or something like that. But yes. Victor says, Diesel, where's my uniform and badge? When y'all make it to 50 an hour, I'm coming to Carolina. Hey, look. Victor, I would never hire you, sir. I'm sorry, but I would never hire you. Your English is so broken. You talk like you straight up swamp mama Bama down there. That's why I call you a sapsucker. Cause your English is so Mississippi, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. If Victor come up on this panel, I'm gonna show y'all. Victor sound like he's straight off something off the Water Boy. Something wrong with that boy. Just by him talking, you gonna think something wrong with the boy. Anyway, so me running this police department, I have seen a lot behind the scenes that you just cannot imagine. I've had complaints on officers. When it comes down to it, I don't even tell these officers about these complaints because sometimes you don't want your officers to think that the community don't support them, right? Like here recently, I had a complaint on one of my officers, right? I've told you guys before, I work in a 70% Black town, Black community, right? 70% of the community is Black. I have a white officer, right? Oh, let me see if I can hold on. I got to show you this because this is why. Let me see. Let me see if I can find a good picture of it. Oh man, there it is right there. That is crazy. So I think I'll show this one. Hold on, I can't blow it up. Let me see. All right. So I had a complaint, right? Officer, he's a white officer. And the lady tried to, you know what? I really don't know what the lady was trying to say. Truthfully speaking, I really don't know what she was trying to say, because she said one thing and then she said something totally different. Hold on, I'm trying to get this image right so y'all can see what we're talking about. See what I'm talking about. Let's see right there. All right. So hold on. Let me. Dang it. I just stopped. Anyway, so this white officer stopped a black lady, right? Who was driving a pretty nice car. Tags were out of state tags, 30-day tag. They were Georgia. I'm not showing you the official tag, right? But it was an out of state tag. This was the out of state tag right here, right? Now this right here looks totally different from what North Carolina's 30-day tags are. Georgia, apparently they allow dealerships to put 30-day tags on their license plates, and just threw us for a loop, because North Carolina does not allow that. They don't allow that. So my officer saw that plate and was like, "Oh man, there's something going on with that, man. Let me go ahead and stop him." So he stops him, tells him what he stopped him for, does not ask for her license. Only thing he asked for is proof of registration. That's all he asked for, was proof of registration. Gets the proof of registration, verifies that the vehicle is legit, and lets her go, right? So I'm like, okay, no big deal. The lady's complaint was she just felt like he stopped her because she was black. And I said, "Ma'am, why do you feel that way?" She says, "Well, because he stopped me. He said he stopped me for my tag, and once he saw my tag was good, he let me go." I said, "Yeah, that's usually how it happens. That's how it should happen." I said, "So did he try to go any further? Did he tell you to get out of the car? Did he ask you about any drugs? Did he say anything about why are you here? Why are you in this neighborhood?" Nothing like that. She said, "No. He just asked me for my registration, verified it, and let me go." Now, this is where the funny part comes in. She says, "I will be honest and tell you I was very rude to your officer, and he was nothing but professional." I said, "What?" So the officer was being very professional, wasn't being rude, didn't go outside of the scope of the stop of what he stopped her for, right? But you're telling me that the only reason he stopped you because you were black? And I have See, the biggest thing is I have a very hard time with these arguments because, and let me show you. I'm gonna show you this. You saw what the what that 130-day tag looked like, right? Let me show you what a North Carolina 30-day tag looked like. I can get to it. Oh, right here. All right, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show y'all what a North Carolina 30-day tag looks like. If my brain wouldn't be freezing up. My brain keeps freezing up. I keep on hitting wrong buttons and stuff. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. All right, so this is a North Carolina 30-day tag right here. North Carolina 30-day tag. There's no advertisements of no vehicle dealerships, no Fiat, no Dodge, nothing. It's just North Carolina 30-day tag. Compared to this, which right here you can see, like right here, look, landmark of Atlanta, Georgia temporary license, expires, but how, I don't know. I just, for the life of me, I don't know how they do this, how they print. See, the whole thing about a 30-day tag is it's hard to say who's allowed to print them. Being out of North Carolina and not knowing that stuff, this just looks kind of suspicious to me. Now, do you guys agree or not? Just let me know if you guys agree. Compared to what we look at when it comes to a North Carolina 30-day tag and a Georgia 30-day tag. Like, I feel like that Georgia tag looked kind of suspicious to me. It looked fictitious. It did look very fictitious because we got a lot of, in North Carolina, we do have a few sovereign citizens that make up their own tag, and they'll put their tag on the car, but it's like seals and symbols and stuff that you look at, and it says North Carolina 30-day tag on it, but you can tell it's a fake because it's nothing like anything that we would have. So you see a state with an advertisement of a dealership on their 30-day tag. I'm thinking, man, that did look suspicious. So I told the lady, I said, ma'am, if that would have been me, I would have wrote you. I probably would have wrote you on thinking that was a fictitious tag. Even if you would have had documentation, it just looked very suspicious. Or if I felt like it was I probably would have looked up some images of a 30-day tag on Google, like I did, and I would have found, because that tag looked similar to the one. It was just a different dealership across the top of it. It said something, I can't remember the name of the dealership, but it was something dealership or cars or something like that. But going back to the original story is, this was really something that I did not want to bring to my officer. Because after she came to me and after I talked to my officer about it, because he found out about it, and I had to let him know this that was not even a question in my mind if he did anything wrong. But I don't want my officers thinking that the town doesn't have their back, or they had to watch their back every time they stop a vehicle or something like that because he's a white guy. Like, that is ridiculous to me, right? I mean, you guys know how I feel about it. It is ridiculous for anybody to think they got pulled over by a white officer just because they're black. You have to understand that there's going to be there is going to be some officers that are not the same color that's going to stop you, right? The crazy thing about it is the lady had illegal tint. The lady had illegal tint, and he didn't even write her for that. He could have stopped her just based on the illegal tint that she had on her car, and he didn't do that. So I go to watch the video. I go to watch the video, and the lady is just the rudest. I mean, even her husband's telling her, shut up, stop talking, let the man do his job. And she is just keep on going, right? Now, I wish I would have saw this video before I talked to her, because she had the audacity of calling the mayor on the phone and telling the mayor on the side of the road while my officer had him stop about the stop, right? Now that I would have, I wish I'd known that, because I would have told her, the next time you drive this car here, we're going to write you a ticket for your tent, just so there's no misunderstanding of how things are done here, right? So now the mayor feels like they need to call me and tell me about this stop that was just totally ridiculous. Bad thing is, this is the bad thing about it, I can't show the mayor the body camera footage. Legally, I can't show the mayor the body camera footage because she's not privy to it. She's not law enforcement. She can't see the body camera footage. So it is a real thing, guys. Law enforcement, we don't just show body camera when it benefits us. We show body camera when only it's legal to do so. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what? Truthfully speaking, well, no, the body camera footage can be shown. Now, would I show the mayor the body camera footage? No. I wouldn't show the mayor nothing. Right? But legally, I mean, real talk, I can't. Brian R., body camera footage in North Carolina is not public record. Sorry. It is not. You have to get an order by a judge to get body camera footage. Nope. Big easy. North Carolina. You have to get it signed by a judge to see body camera footage. You can submit a form, and within 72 hours, I have to give you a response to your form, and a judge has to sign it over. We can't just give out the body camera footage. That's just how it is. Joe Morgan asks, why do departments release body camera footage following a shooting? Because it's in a different state. This is just a North Carolina thing, guys. I want you to understand that. This is just a North Carolina thing. That's why, listen, that's why the show Cops, doesn't come to North Carolina. Because a lot of the stuff that they shoot, they can't put it on video. They can't, with the camera shooting the stuff, with the interactions and stuff, they can't put that on TV because it's considered body camera footage, in-car camera footage, things of that sort. Jay Wood says, is window tint level standard from state to state? Was the lady white, black? And the lady was a black lady. She was a black lady. And window tint does differ. Here, North Carolina, legal tint is 32%. Anything under that is illegal. Anything under 32% is illegal tint in North Carolina. And she had she had some dark windows. First thing she said, well, talking to my mayor, she told the mayor she thought she was pulled over because she was driving a drug dealer car, what she considered a drug dealer car. Hey, this is what I'm going to let y'all do, right? I want all y'all to put what you guys think a drug dealer car is in the chat. The first one that's right, I'm going to send you something. I don't know what I'm going to send you, but I got some stuff in here that I can send out. The first one that comes up with a correct answer of what she thought a drug dealer car was, I'm going to send you something. Anyway, So she said she thought she was pulled over because she was driving a drug dealer car. And I said, ma'am, that's not a drug dealer car. What is a drug dealer car? Like what? And so I had to proceed to tell her that we usually find drug dealers in Dodge Chargers, old school donks, stuff like that, stolen vehicles. You know what I'm saying? That's usually what we find. Big Dre 357. That's my man right there. What's going on? Big Dre 357, bro. What's going on, man? So yeah, I mean, those were not drug dealer cars. It wasn't a drug dealer cars that she was saying. So who was it? Stream? She was driving a Mercedes. I mean, and I'm talking about a nice Mercedes. A nice Mercedes. It was nice Mercedes. Stream, go ahead and DM me. Send me an email or something like that with your information. I'm gonna send you something special, bro. My email is dieseltv001@gmail. dieseltv001@gmail. Send me your information. I'll go ahead and send something out to you, man. You let me know what you need of or anything like that. If I got it, I'll send it to you. Big Dre, I appreciate you checking in, bro. I appreciate it. Hey, if you want to come up, man, hit that link. Hey, if y'all have not followed Big Dre 357, y'all go ahead and follow my man, Big Dre 357. He's doing big things out here, guys. He's doing big things out here. You guys follow Big Dre 357. Hit that link if you want to come up, bro. Anyway. So apparently, she thinks that a nice car is a drug dealer car for some reason. I don't know why, but I've only dealt with 2 drug dealers in my past. I think it's probably been 2 of them that were like super successful, had bunches of cars, had bunches of houses, and it took a long time to get up that ladder. It took a very long time to get up there. Majority of the drug dealers I have dealt with have been in your regular old, Chargers, that style car. Back when I was doing it, it was the Magnum. If you saw somebody driving a Dodge Magnum, more than likely they were somewhat surrounded in the area of the game, some way, somehow. Hey, we got somebody up in here, man. And I can't find my intro music. Up here it goes.
What's good with the brother?
Big Dre, what's going on, baby? What's up,
man? I can't call it. Man, chilling, brother. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man, on this Sunday. I didn't think I was going to be able to go live, man, because for one, I was tired. And 2, I thought I was going to get called into work, man. But nah, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. So
I'm at work right now.
I feel you. I knew you were. I forgot you be working on Sundays, man.
Look at that OG right there. Look at that OG right there.
What's up, OG? What's going on with you? But yeah, man, I just wanted to holler at you, bro. Hey, listen, I'm working on what we got going on. I'm working on it. Just give me some time because it's been raining
good,
like
bro?
hell. I know. I'm just saying. I just want to let you know I'm working on it. It's gonna happen soon.
So yeah, when you get that thing out there, you're gonna be like, damn, right? Why you do it to him like that?
We gonna see, buddy. We gonna see. I'm gonna talk so much shit about that thing. You're gonna be so mad at me. Oh man,
like I said, you'll be the first,
me, bro. You said what?
So you'll be the first.
Hey man, I appreciate you checking in on me.
Oh yeah, man, for sure, man. I just want to hop in for a minute, say what's up.
All right, bro. You be good out there.
Hey, you too, brother. Be safe out there, man. Stay dangerous.
Yes, sir. Big Dre 357. Hey Joe, drop that channel for me one more time, please. Appreciate you. Or Native Girl, if she knows how to do that. Native Girl is a moderator too, but Native Girl, she, I mean, I just let her be the moderator because she's pretty. You know what I'm saying? She don't really be doing much. She don't bring much to the table because she don't be moderating or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Joe Morgan up here dropping all the channels, the emails, and all that stuff, and Native Girl just over there being pretty. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, Native Girl says the drug dealer car is any car with wheels. Yes, it is. It is. But you will see that if a drug dealer goes out to get a car with drug money, it's usually going to be somewhere around the Dodge Chargers kind of things or something like that. That's what I've seen. In North Carolina, that's what I've seen. But I will say this. The car that she was driving was a far fetch from a drug dealer's car. It didn't look anything remotely like something a drug dealer would be driving around, especially. So this is the thing about it. You can't just look at the car that they're driving. What would be very, very, very suspicious to me is if I saw a Mercedes parked outside of a damn trap house. That would be very suspicious to me. That's when I would think it's a drug dealer's car, right? Those kind of things are what you need. But just to be riding down our main street, pulling down one of our very quiet parts of the neighborhood, going into a house, did not even remotely trigger drug dealer. And I talked to the officer about it. I talked to him about it. And he was just like, yo, man, like, I just thought the tag was fictitious. That's all. And I said, I know. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because you got an officer that is the only white officer right now that I have. He swear there's something about him though. He got some kind of swagger about him. You know what I'm saying? He a redhead, so he ain't all the way white. He a little bit over here with us. He a little bit over here with us. You know what I'm saying? He a little bit. But anyway, he got a little swagger about him. He got a little brother in him. He got a little bit of soul. Just a little bit. I ain't gonna give him that much, but he got a little bit of soul. You know what I'm saying? You can tell he danced like a white boy, but he don't, you know what I'm saying? He don't carry himself like one. Anyway, let's move on. I ain't even gonna talk about nobody. I ain't gonna talk about nobody. Anyway, but seriously speaking, I have this white officer that works in a black town, right? And the last thing I want is him to always be the one saying he only pulled me over because I'm black. I don't want that. I've already been in a situation. I've had to be in so many situations, every single department that I work for, except for this one. This is the first department I've ever worked for where I was not the only black officer, right? Every other one that I've worked for, I was the only black officer, the only one. So whenever a complaint came out, they always said it was the black officer, and they knew exactly who they were talking about. I didn't even have to get my name. All they had to do was say it was the black guy. They knew exactly what we're talking about. I don't want it to be like that for him. So, I mean, it's one of those things. I know it's going to happen, but I want to nip that in the bud before it even gets to that point. With anybody that comes with that. If somebody comes with me with a complaint and their only complaint is because I'm black, I think I might send them straight out the door. I don't even want to entertain that kind of conversation. If they don't come with a valid complaint, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. What's with the secret conversation? Native girl, hey, listen, a woman needs to stay in her place. Sit over there and be pretty. That's all you need to do. All right? Don't worry about what we got going on over here. Woman needs to stay in her place. Just be pretty. Sit over there in the corner. Speak when spoken to. That might get me in trouble, guys. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there. I'm gonna go ahead and stop. But anyway. So, anybody want to come up? Holler at your boy Diesel. I think I've gone over all the things that I needed to go over. You guys know how I do. I'm really wanting to get back on PlayStation. That's really what I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? That new game came out. Jedi came out. You know what I'm saying? I want to play that a little bit before I have to get ready for work. Hey, Joe, stop. Joe, don't do that. Don't be instigating nothing, Joe. Just leave me and her conversation to us. She's good. She good. We good. We good, native girl. Like you. Anyway. So what else does anybody else have going on, man? Anybody else got anything going on? If not, you know what we're going to do. You know exactly what we're going to do. We're going to end it. And we're going to reconvene next Sunday. All right, guys. So let me tell you this. I do have a few videos coming out. I got another gun review coming out. I had a company send me a gun. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I do have a video coming out on complaints, a few complaints that I've gotten throughout my career. I do have actual video of the complaints. K Down, what is good, my man? That's my boy right there, K Down. Man, it's been a while, bro. How you been? I hope you're still smoking them sticks, bro. So, like I said, I got a few videos coming out. Excuse me. I got a new EDC. I have not let you guys see my EDC yet. I do have a new EDC I need to show you guys. So there are a few videos coming out, but I need you guys to hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Support your boy, man. Seriously. This is hard work. YouTube is hard work, man. I'm trying to come out with at least 2 videos a month, at least. And it's been kind of hard. That's my boy Vic. Oh, Lord. Okay. So just hold on. So y'all about to hear this old sap sucking son of a gun from Mississippi right now talking about he want to be the police. Hold on. Here he come. Don't put your hat on backwards. Put it on right. Hold on right now.
What's good? Hey,
how you doing,
man? You know, I'm doing.
Hold on, put your headset now.
Yeah. You know, I'm pretty out here. You know, you got to be pretty out here. But look, I had to come on and talk to you, Diesel. It is what it is. And you know what I'm saying? I got the broken language and everything. It's all good, man. That's just the way I talk. But look, when y'all get to $50, let me know. Because here I come.
Can you
that sound like a good... Huh?
You
know they ain't teach. You know they ain't teach us how to do that over here. You know, I'm just man. Yeah, you know I want to. Hey, I could not let you in that show without me popping up. I was just moving my truck. I went and picked up my 18 wheeler and getting ready for tomorrow morning.
On the road?
No, I do local. I do back and forth, dropping off loads, depending on how much I feel like doing. Depends on what the day like. As long as it don't rain, I drive. So.
That's what's up. So
but yeah,
I know Vic. So I got Vic because Vic, what do you think, man? I've been thinking about this. I don't know for sure. Should I do a reaction on the first time me and Jay Prince met each other?
It should be good. It shouldn't be bad. Okay. What I can say is by me assuming it might go either way, you know, because I know how JP think. JP is
no, I'm not talking about having him on my channel. I know I can't.
Oh, the reaction.
Because you know, me and him first met when him
Yeah.
and Anton was doing their show on Sunday.
Right.
And so
Well, I don't know.
I'm thinking about doing it because a lot of people over here. So this is the thing about this channel over here, right?
Right.
I'm trying to get out of this kind of like echo chamber kind of thing.
Right.
I
Yeah.
like for people to debate. I like for them to have their own side of the story. I like for them to have their own opinion. Here, when it comes to law enforcement, a lot of people only follow law enforcement shows that are pro law enforcement. I don't want
Right.
people just to follow me because they're pro law enforcement, right?
Right.
I want them to be some that are against, but they're willing to have that conversation about law
Facts.
enforcement, stuff like that. You
I
know what I'm
understand.
saying?
I
So
understand.
I want the people that are following this show to see some of the other side. And this is a little extreme. Jay Prince is a little extreme on the other side. I know. But I would like for them to see, you know what I'm saying, what it is, some of the things that I have to deal with, because Jay Prince is not the first one I've had to deal with in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I've had
Right.
to deal with people like him a lot throughout my career. So I just want
Right.
people to see that. And I think a good reaction video to some of the conversations me and them had might be good for the people to actually see what's going on.
Right, because by you being law enforcement and by JP being the person that he is, it'll open doors for people to see different sides of it, instead of
Right.
creating a narrative being straightforward on one side, law enforcement side, and being straightforward on the street side. It'll give
Right.
people a chance to talk in a controlled environment and get some of the answers that need to be answered.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
And see, the thing
it'll be a
about it
good
is-
it'll be a good thing, because a
But
lot
see-
of people is ill informed about police officers. And one of
Right.
my blood brother is a police officer.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't know that.
Right.
But
not how
it
you be
don't bother
talking.
me. Nah, but he know. But my brother, Iraq veteran, he understand where I come from, and he was raised in the same house. We were raised in the same house.
Right. Right.
So he understands. But hey, it is what it is. Maybe you should do the reaction, and it'll help other people not be ignorant towards law enforcement, or make law enforcement workers not be ignorant towards certain things that they see and be confused by sight. Because a lot of times when we're dealing with people, we can look at how they are, or the way they look from a distance, but we don't actually know who that person really is.
Right.
It's vice versa, uniform. Like some people that I be around or hang around, they have a certain resentment for officers, but outside of the uniform, you don't know how down to
And
earth
see,
this person is.
See, this was going to be one of my conversations. Was how different law enforcement is outside of that uniform.
Facts.
Because you got I've had officers, literally had officers that was trailer park trash, right?
Right.
Then I've had the real up-to-ditty officers. I've had the officers that are mid-class, real down to earth, like me. The coolest ones you ever meet, like me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just wanted to do a show. I was going to do a show with, different officers. I really want different officers to come up, but like literally there was one officer that I used to work with at one of my old jobs. And whenever he was off, he always showed him on social media. No shirt on, big old beer belly, sitting in the yard in a lawn chair, getting in the sun. Didn't have no kind of beach, no kind of pool. You see his trailer in the background, and he just had his Coors Light, and he was red as heck. You know what I'm saying? So like
living his best life, being normal. They normal. They're normal people.
You know what I'm saying? So like the people that you would consider as being low or anything like that, those people still work in law enforcement. The people that you would consider as high class, those people still work in law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things that I really want to I really wanted to bring up in one of my shows. I just didn't know how I was going to do it because I don't have many officers that I can bring up that are willing to bring up without them getting in trouble with their department. You know what I'm saying? So I just got to, I got to navigate how I can.
I think that'll be a good show to do. I think that'll be a good show to do. It'll open their eyes up to different thoughts and ways of thinking based on the conversation. And then it's always good for the public to be able to interact with law enforcement on a different level other than the streets. Oh, you pulling me over. Why are you pulling me over? Is it because I'm black? But you in a black town,
Right. Right.
You in
right.
But
and
yeah,
that's the thing I don't get about it. Like you got a white officer working in a 70% black town. 70% of the people he stopped is gonna be black. What kind of sense does this make?
Well, that's the way people think, and that's their escape card. And just like y'all talking about that simple traffic infraction, the woman had all these problems, but she could have actually got in trouble in her life, or day could have been worse, or pockets could have been worse because you was operating outside of what the law states you had illegal tent. We could have just put you through the ringer through about this tent, and then also let's see if your muffler right. When you took your last inspection, we can run you down. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a truck driver, so I have to deal with a lot of DOT officers. So
right.
it is best to look, comply, pass your license. They walk up, they know their job, they know what they can pull on you. A lot of time, yo, simple not being able to comply with what they are saying,
they get you a ticket.
Okay, now since we're gonna play a pissing contest, okay, let's see how far we can go with this.
You know what, Vic? You know how many times I've told people, since you want to argue, I'm gonna go ahead and write everything down on paper and see how you like that. It's gonna be called a citation, and you're gonna argue with the judge. How about that? Since you want to argue, because when it comes down to it, all I'm trying to do is help you out. Most of the time, like here recently, like the last few years of me being in law enforcement, bro, I'm looking at retirement. I'm trying to chill out. I ain't trying to be in court all day. If I pull you over, it's to let you know you're doing something wrong or you got something wrong, right? Not a citation. I'm just letting you know to get it fixed. Next time I see you, it's probably gonna be a citation. But if you want to argue with me, I'm just gonna have to write it down. We're gonna have to put it on paper so we can officially say we had this conversation.
Right. And a lot of times when it comes down to compliance and everything, the extra thing that you go through, a lot of times it's gonna be your fault. Just think, the average officer, whether it's night, do you think they want to risk their life being on the road, arguing with you on the side of the highway when anything can happen? Or they can be doing something else, sitting under AC, smoking cigars or whatever, and just on a parking lot, but they got to deal with you on the side of the highway when you could have been gone in 20 minutes, but you turn it into 2 hours because you acting suspect. Now we got to check, because if I let you go down the road and something happened, this is gonna be the car. Well, ain't this the same? This what the chief gonna say? Ain't this the same car that you let go? You ain't checked them and find out what they was on something or losing their mind. Now you are held accountable, trying to be nice to somebody, but a lot of times compliance. But I understand how I go. But hey, I'm still street.
That's why I would never hire you. That's exactly why I never hire you.
I'll just mess with you.
Let me read this super chat. My boy was in North Carolina Trooper 94, 98 and did some stuff down in Salisbury PD, also in 01 and 02. And in 01 and 11 also was in Davidson County. So he was in Troop E, I think it is. It's Troop E in North Carolina. He was also in South Carolina. Boy, he was police everywhere, wasn't he? Jay Wood, appreciate the super chat, man. Appreciate you.
Diesel, I'm gonna let you go. I'm about to go and let you go because I got to check with the family. We probably finna barbecue something. It's Sunday, and everybody subscribe, like, share. Diesel TV. Appreciate you for
appreciate you checking in with me, bro.
All right.
Yep. My man Vic. So I know Vic from Gone Over. I know Joe Morgan asked, who is Jay Prince? Jay Prince, his name is Jay Prince for President. Y'all go check him out on YouTube. He is very on the other side of the law. He doesn't claim himself to be a activist, a black activist. He's pro-black, and his way of thinking is just a little different than a lot of people that I've dealt with. He has an extremist point of view, and I'm gonna do a reaction video, one live. When I go live, I don't know when, but when I'm gonna do a live video while I'm live. I'm gonna do a reaction video to what the conversation that me and Jay Prince had. All right, I'm gonna show you guys that. So you guys stay tuned. But other than that, Jay Wood knows who Jay Prince is. Other than that, man, that's where we're at with that. But guys, look. Excuse me. I really don't have much else to say other than y'all get off my TV. Y'all get off my computer. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I don't want to take all your whole Sunday. Enjoy your rest of the Sunday. I'm going to go ahead and jump on some PlayStation for a little while, try to decompress before tomorrow. I got a board meeting tomorrow, so I got to be at work at 9 o'clock, and I probably won't be leaving until 9 o'clock that night after the board meeting. I got a new employee starting tomorrow, so I got a lot going on tomorrow, man. I gotta get ready for all that. I appreciate everybody being here with me. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and y'all know what it is, man. I'm easy.